See that? So we have another color yet to deal with. We're going to add green. So now you see the full theory in action. We have the green mixing with the red to produce yellow light. We have the green mixing with the blue to produce cyan. And we have all three colors mixing to produce white light.
I see.
Right here in the middle. That is very cool. And the neat thing is, we're standing, let's say over here in the blue. I appear more blue, but my shadow over here does not look blue at all. To me, it looks a lot more green and yellow over here. That is so cool.
I'm over here, I'm red.
Yeah, it's the light you're blocking and the light that's filling it, because the lights are coming from three different directions.
So if I stand here in the middle where they're all mixing, how many shadows should I have?
Well, 3 lights, 3 shadows.
Okay, so I got the one pink one here.
Right.
The yellow one over here.
Right.
And then,
Cyan.
Cyan. This is so cool. When I point this way, my pink is mixing with my cyan. I've got like very blue.
That's because you're blocking the red light and it's being filled in with the blue.
I like this a lot.
This is very colorful. I think I'm going to use this in my next production.
I hope you do.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for showing us around.
Well, thanks for coming around. Thanks for coming around and giving me some new ideas.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now.
Now, where was I? Boom, boom.
You remember all that lighting stuff we saw with Carl at UIC?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see how it works here at the Goodman. So our first stop is going to be lighting and costuming. Let's see how costumes work with lighting.
Yeah, let's go.
Looks like costuming.
Finally, we get to the fun stuff.
We're here to see how it works with lights. Hi.
Hi, I'm
Mike.
Heidi.
You're Heidi, I'm Mike. This is Tanika.
Hi, Tanika,
nice
how
to
are
meet
you?
you.
Now if we sit down.
Please do.
So we were just learning a lot about light, and we wondered if that is something to do with your job, which looks like costuming.
Yes, it has a great deal to do with it because, of course, if we didn't have light, we couldn't see it.
Right.
And even more importantly than that, it changes how we see the costumes. I have an example here in my lap, which is a costume from Christmas Carol.
That's very
and
pretty.
this was from one of our Christmas spirits, the one for Christmas Present.
Okay.
And we just built that for this year's show. And the reason it's a good example is that we have a lot of different color things going on here. If you look at it rapidly, you'd say that's a red dress.
Looks like a red dress to me.
Exactly. It is partly a red dress, but it's also a green dress because this is a sheer layer. You can see my hand through it.
Yeah.
And so that means you also see the green through it. And when we first chose this fabric, I actually spent a lot of time trying to figure out what color went underneath. I came in here and looked because I have good incandescent light, which is better than fluorescent because we use mostly incandescent light on stage.
Okay.
And I put my fabrics on a dress form and I tried a lot of different colors underneath to see what color of red did I want this very, very red. Finally, the director and I decided we thought it was much more interesting when it had this green underneath it because we have sort of more depth to it. And also because this is a sparkly kind of what we call iridescent fabric with a metallic thread which throws off light.
Okay.
And with little sequins that throw off light. They're iridescent sequins, which means that they're not composed of one color, they're composed of many colors.
Right.
So depending on what kind of light they're in, they will turn different colors.
Oh. So light will scatter when it hits
Light will
those
scatter,
things.
and it will appear at some points like a strong green light, but as you can see, looking at them, they don't look that green.
No.
But
not
on
at
the
all.
stage, they actually do.
And they'll probably sparkle.
And they'll sparkle, and they'll sparkle. So they throw off light, which does different things to our perception of the whole color. We find all the time that things look very different on stage than they do in the room looking at them up close.
Right, because I guess on stage, I'm watching you from the back of the house, the seats I can afford. So I'm sitting in the back, and I got to see this person from 50 to 100 feet away, and see the same colors that you guys want me to see. That's a pretty neat trick, because we're not doing it in the same room. And you get to this hat, for example. You've got a couple different kinds of fabric here, and a lot of sheen.
Yes.
Not a lot of sheen.
Yes. In fact, this particular hat, I would like to change the fabric here one day because it has so much sheen that this deep here, in my hand, at least to your eyes, I don't know how the camera's viewing it, I think that they look like they're relatively the same value. This is a little darker, but this is pretty medium gray. But on stage, it's reading as a very pale gray because it's so reflective, it's bouncing off all that light, and therefore it changes that value. So if I want a shiny fabric to appear as dark as my more matte fabric, then I have to make it much darker in order to be able to get that to happen. And you can't always guess that until you see it on stage. If you've done it for a long time, I've been here for 20 years, and I've been doing costumes for 30 years, so I have some ideas about how it's going to appear, but each set of lighting is different. Each, it's on different people, different skin tones change it.
So that'll be different on a skin tone kind of?
Yes,
That's a
skin
nice
tone
hat. You
changes
should
it a
try it
lot.
That's a nice hat. I'm very pretty in this hat.
You are. Let me try on that one. Thanks.
This is made for someone with a much bigger head.
Well, yeah, we wear it with wigs, yes.
Oh, I don't even wear my own hair. So on a person, this changes then a little bit too, because it's going to frame my face different?
It's going to frame your face differently and also give the lighting designer his other nightmare, which is hats. They hate to have a hat come down like that because now your whole eye is shadowed. And he can't get as much light. His light comes from above and the sides, not from down below very much. So in order to see your face, we've got to keep
I wear
hats.
a hat like this if I want to be hidden.
Yes, yes.
I'm in a bonnet up to no
yes.
good.
Yes,
I'm in a
exactly.
bonnet.
We use that trick. Definitely, yes.
Okay, I've had enough bonnet time.
Yeah. I didn't know costumes had so much to do with light.
Yes, a great
Wow.
deal.
Thank you so much, Heidi. That
You're
was
very
wonderful.
welcome. Thank you.
Wow. Lights and costumes are amazing.
Yeah, but there's some science in other aspects of the theater too.
Like what?
Well, there's sets and set changes or staging.
What's the big deal? Lights go down, some tech guys move some stuff, lights go up.
Really? That's what you think? Grunts just move things around? People can hear you here, right? You're not invisible. This isn't like Scrooge at Christmas Past.
I didn't say grunts. I didn't say that. You're making this out to be a nightmare.
No, you oversimplified it a bit.
I did not.
No, whatever. There's a lot of work that goes into this part of the play. Lots of science and flying.
Flying.
Yeah, people and scenery fly in this play.
Cool. Am I going to meet other theater scientists?
Yeah, want to see some sets?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So before things get moved, they have to get put in place.
Okay.
And let's meet the guy that makes that happen. Hi there.
Hi,
And you are?
I'm Scott. I'm production manager at the Goodman Theatre.
Good to meet you. This is my friend Tanika.
Hi.
Hi, Tanika. Nice to meet you.
Scott, how do you go from a bare stage to this set for A Christmas Carol?
Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to lay out the center line and plaster line.
Okay, what are those?
Those are two imaginary lines that are part of every theater. And the center line is basically the center of the stage.
Okay.
And that runs from upstage to downstage
So,
directly.
hold on, I'm not a theater guy, so upstage is where?
Upstage is the back wall of the theater.
So if I'm the actor facing upstage
It's
is
behind you. Yep.
Okay, and then downstage
Is
is?
in front of you.
Okay, so then what's the stage left, stage right?
It is all based on the actor facing the audience. So it is the actor's right and the actor's left. The actor's right is stage right, the actor's left is stage left. You got it.
All right, I can act. So once you have those two lines set, what happens next?
That's how you build all your measurements and you make sure how you put the set in square.
Okay.
And so you measure everything going upstage, downstage on the center line, and stage left and stage right on the plaster line.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And so then you triangulate in to your points from there.
And who does that job?
That's actually the technical director's job and the shop carpenters. And so basically those are the guys who figure out how all this stuff is built, and they actually build it at our shop that's off-site.
Oh, really? Wow. Can you tell me a little bit about the set pieces?
Sure. What we're standing on right now is Scrooge's counting house, and the second is Fezziwig's, which is the person that Scrooge was apprenticed to as a child.
Okay.
Basically, this unit is a 2-story unit, which is a practical second floor where people go up to. So we also have to figure out how to load things so that people can be standing up there safely.
Oh, yeah.
This unit then tracks on or travels on stage and travels off stage when we need it for each scene. And that's done with a automated winch that's down in the basement.